What is going on, everybody? We are back on at Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 15. It has been brought to my attention that there is only one more episode left in the first half of Season 4. Like, what? We just had this little 2-week break. Got the doubleheader back-to-back banger, which we're about to jump into. And then we have one left, and just from what I've heard from Patreon members and the rumblings on the internets, it hasn't been confirmed what part 2 is going to be. Is it going to be a little 2-hour movie? Are we going to come back with another 10, 12, 16-ish episodes? Kind of what is that going to include and what is that going to be? Me personally, I would like if they don't want to give us a full 16, give me 8 to 10 episodes. Just give me that and we'll kind of go from there. I don't want it to be like a rushed hour and a half movie. Like you can't fit that. So what's that? 20, 40, a movie would basically be the equivalent of like 5 episodes. And that's going to be a crammed movie. Because I feel like there's just so much. Now, we're not going to recap the last episode too much because it's a doubleheader and I'm literally watching it right after the fact. So check that out if you guys haven't seen it. We uploaded it right before this one. It should be on the channel for everybody on YouTube. Zeke started his plan, but then was quickly halted by Levi, of course. There was no open dialogue conversation between Armin, Mikasa, and Eren. It was more, hey, I'm here to tell information. Listen, all right, let's move. We saw a little emotion out of Eren when Armin was like, who's really being controlled and serving who, referring to Zeke. I feel like Zeke still has such a big part to play that no way Levi kills him here, correct? But no, he can't. Actually, he can't. He can't. Because you want to transfer that power. So that's kind of maybe be the only thing that's keeping him alive. Like now, I said at the end of last episode, I would love to see Eren v. Levi. And just from importance to the story, I'm sorry, Levi, but you're going to have to die. Can he even kill him? I don't know. With the Warhammer upgrade, with kind of what we've seen Eren able to do, what has he got? 3, 4 transformations in his pocket? It could get real spicy for Levi, but we've seen Levi do some wild things. But I think Reiner, Armin, and Eren would present the biggest problem. Reiner and Armin because of the type of Titan they are. Eren just because of the mastery level he's unlocked. So we'll see. When we started getting a little bit of a Zeke kind of whenever they start showing characters reliving thoughts and things, it makes me a little nervous that like, okay, we're getting background information because this character is getting ready to die. So that makes me a little nervous, but we'll see. We're pressing play on the episode right now. Wow, we've never seen the flashback with his parents. So does he regret what he did with his parents? Does he regret turning them in, or was it part of this like 3D chess? This 3D chess move. I had to go triple level Itachi. I had to betray my parents wanted this, but I had to betray them to then actually carry out their plan, to then actually betray again. Oh god. Yeah. Disgusting. He was so happy to see them, and then it's my job to clean the tower and get rid of the trash. And they're walking through the town. Oh my god. Now, we never saw this opening. Like, we're getting a little bit of a different side because the way it was told from Grisha's point of view in the books, it was just like, we're creating an uprising. We're going to be patriots. We're going to, save. And it was just like them doing everything and then just going home and be like, Zeke, you're the secret weapon, all right? This is the plan. This is what we're gonna do. But we haven't seen Zeke like go through any subjugation or showing him go through anything that would have him agree with anything they're saying. It was made to seem like, he just hangs out at home and then one day they're just coming and spouting all this craziness. Yeah, as a kid too, I would go through that, but now we're seeing Zeke like go through it and he still was able to turn them in. Now, the only way that can make sense is because if his parents were in on getting turned in, because the way he described it in the journals was, we were fools to put that type of pressure on a kid. Of course, he would react one way or the other. It's gonna be interesting to see. Let's see. So it looks like we're gonna get some Zeke episodes here. That'll be nice. Or at least one. I mean, Zeke episodes. We only got one more after this. That's actually crazy that we only have one more before they cut it. I don't know if I saw it's not coming back till winter, till 2022. Either way, Attack on Titan has done enough to gain my trust. Whatever they come back with, hopefully not a movie, it'll be good. Soul Salvation. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. Yeah, we're getting Zeke flashback, which is making me really, really nervous. We're getting all this information on them, and it's making me seem that his time is, his time is almost up, but like, we're not going to get to see the plan. Ah, that's who was the Beast Time before. Does he wear his glasses just because they're his, or because he actually need them? Wow, it's actually weird seeing him like this. But then he goes home and he probably goes to the grandparents and they're like, hey, we tell him the opposite of what y'all are feeding him. Oh, brother. Yep. And he's going to the grandparents and they're hitting him with this knowledge too, and he's probably like, what the hell? The horrors of Valley of the Ravaging. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. He's getting pumped with a lot of information. He looks so much older here than in the journal flashbacks. Like, when in journal flashback, he looked like a kid that was just playing with toys, barely any, But, like, not young, not old enough to be doing warrior training. What does he want? He doesn't. Does he truly want that, or? Put that gun together. Yay. That's a Mogoth, by the way, isn't it? Or whatever his name is. That's still there leading the warrior unit now. He just wanted to be a kid and hang out and play with his dad, and Dad's like, oh, you're free? Let's drill some more propaganda. My god, and they're telling him completely opposite stories, so it's like... But again, we still don't know where the truth lies in any of this. Because Grisha was like, people would ask Grisha, like, hey, how do you know this information? How do you know that Ymir did this? He's like, He's like, isn't it obvious? It's like, is it? Are you reading that? No, but I just believe it. So it's like, whose history are we believing? I don't know. Willie kind of gave us, it did seem more like the Marleyan's history was telling the truth, but this was his opportunity here. Yeah, you threw it. You know what's worse? Catching a baseball with bare hands. And he's the Beast Titan at the moment. Tom Semmer. I work in Titan research. It's probably where he found out all that information about spinal fluid and everything. Hmm. He's gonna go home like, Dad, I was throwing a baseball. He said I'd be really good. And he's like, Zeke! Ah, shit. Mm-mm-mm. Fuck. That's awkward. And that's Falco and, I forget what Falco's brother's name is, but that's their dad or uncle? I love the track they're playing right now, too. That's so much pressure. Oh my god, and then they had the audacity to just like walk away out of shame. Okay, maybe I can understand why he might have turned them in, because this is a lot to deal with. So, how did Zeke get to where he is now? Did our man Tom here just give him the Titan in the middle of the night? Because it doesn't seem like they would have chosen him. I was like, you can't say those things. And he's old as hell too. Like he's lived a decent age. So how did he become a warrior candidate, or even a warrior? Uh-oh. He might hit us with some knowledge and truth here. Hold on now. Now, do you get the memories of everybody before you, or just the one before you? And it's... Nah, the pressure's gonna still be too much from the parents, though. He's not gonna be able to just go home and be like, well, didn't become a warrior, guess I can just, be a kid. Nah. Shit. Like, where are my glasses? Like Luffy with his hat. Also, we've started One Piece. We're like 15 episodes in, so we're 0.01% of the way there, guys. I mean, he cares for them. Hmm. Okay. I was about to say, it's hard to, like, how did Zeke get to the point of, like, but now I see it. And seeing more screen time for Dinah is also, like, creepy. But I can also understand Grisha's research concerning the unique power of subject Ymir to become time to field of study since the era of it. Ah. Oh, Jesus. That's depressing as hell. So how do we get to where we're at? Oh my god. Oh my god. So wasn't his grandparents doing or his, like, the dude really pushed him in that corner. And he's a kid, like, he's got so much going on. His parents have been pieces of shit, like. Oh god. That's a lot. How long is this guy? He must have just gotten the Titan. Yeah, now he's at the end of his line. He must have just gotten it right when Zeke started as a candidate. And there's everybody else. Peak, Annie, Reiner. Damn. Around 600 years ago, a terrible pandemic devastated the population. But all of a sudden, the disease just vanished. Should ever hear the king at the time used the founding titan to change how their bodies worked. Damn. Or like part of the founding titan. Sheesh. Just over here rewriting anatomy and DNA and. Why would you want to know that? That was deep though, him as a kid going through all that. When we saw Grisha's books and he was talking about, it's not good to put that type of pressure on a kid. I was like, oh, they sat him down one night, like, Zeke, this is what you got to do. And his grandparents were like, hey, if they ever say anything, let us know. But no, they were drilling the hell out of him. Like a little, like not a little too much, a lot much. Oh, wow. And they're showing his family just dead in front of us. Don't tell me she killed herself. Fuck. Wow, he said I became a warrior because I wanted to basically commit suicide. Jesus. Wow, man said he married a Marlian, had a kid. When she found out, She slit my son's throat and killed herself. So he was for them the whole time. Nice. So he didn't turn his parents in at it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, the royal blood. Hmm. Yours to use. Yeah. They'll be able to break the curse, but you won't be able to command it. Yeah. He's the key to the lock. Our euthanization plan. Jesus. That was a lot. And he refers to him as father. Is he talking about Tom or his actual dad? Ah. Wow, this is the first time he found out about all of it. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, is this the conversation they had? I need this in my life. Don't you dare. Nice, 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 nice. We got 2 minutes left. Y'all better speed through this fucking conversation. The Eldian euthanization plan. 4 years ago, some of Dad's memories opened up to me. Memories of when he slaughtered the Wall's royal family. He crushed their little kid. Yeah, he did. We don't talk about that enough. His dad did do that. We're like, oh, you know, he was just trying to get the... No, he did do that. And I, the son that he raised, was wrong too. Hmm. Yeah. I keep moving forward. Toss him the baseball. So the Eldian euthanization plan, I want to go back and look at that real quick though. And now we're back. The thing is that we need his blood for there to be any like future story. So I don't think he's gonna get eaten, at least not yet. Oh, you're not gonna pull that. I mean, does Levi even survive this fucking blast, bro? He's gonna OD. I'm sure he will see off screen that he ODM geared out the way. Oh no, we're seeing him right there. Good, Zeke. Fight! Tatakai! Don't you... We knew what was gonna happen there. And there's no after credit. I'm pretty sure I got the gist. So the euthanization plan. I want to go back and hear it again. So we got to hear where he was talking about the king at the time used the founding titan to change how bodies work. So he wants to save. They do want to save the Eldians, you know, the subjugation, the horrors, the terrors that they're going through, but also the world won't have to ever have anything like this happen again. And Zeke's plan is to essentially make Eldians sterile, is what I'm getting from it. So he's not going to kill them. It's not like they're going to, you know, use the founding titan with Zeke, do this, do that, you know, win the war, come back and just wipe out Paradis and all the Eldians. No, the ones that have lived, you know, they will get their salvation. If you've had kids, they can live out their lives, but this will be it. No more Eldians will be being born. We will live out our lives, and that will be it. There will be no more Titans, no more mindless, no more intelligent. Eldians will no longer exist because we can no longer reproduce. It's basically what I'm getting. And can we just talk about how, I mean, the upbringing's just got to be a piece of shit. I was expecting to see more kind of the back and forth between like grandparents are feeding him this, parents are feeding him this, and he gets to a boiling point to where he just makes the decision. But the grandparents didn't even, I mean, they looked like they were doing the same thing with their kids, you know, just like, here's the history, make sure you know it. The parents were just drilling it like, hey, you've got royal blood, you've got to become a warrior candidate. You just absolutely have to. This never comes around. You know, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And he just couldn't keep up. He couldn't do it. Um, and they were damn near disowning him. It was wild to see because we saw Grisha in that light. We never saw Grisha in that light. Actually, he talked about, you know, how it wasn't right of me, especially a kid, knowing to put your dreams on your kids and force them. The same thing his parents did to him. But we didn't see it as aggressive as this. He left out a lot of details in the writing in the journal about how much he really put on him and the pressure and basically almost damn disowning his ass because, I mean, what do you expect? I want to go back to the exact plan. It's somewhere right around here. Why are you pumping out more devils? Can the founding titan make it so subjects of Ymir can't bear children? And that's just the definition of the plan. Now, Tom here, this aha moment he's having, is he having that because, oh my god, you stumbled upon something that might, you know, work for everybody? Eldians can live, and when they just naturally die, they'll die, but then we also won't pump out more kids, so no more devils, no more titan. Like, he agrees, or he's like, holy shit, Zeke, you've really, like, lost it. If none of us were able to have kids, Titans would be wiped out in, yeah, about 100 years. Is he like, oh my god, you genius, or oh my god, you're crazy? The world wouldn't have to fear or be threatened by Titans anymore. Yeah, and if no more Eldians are born, they won't have to suffer through any of this. I've never spoken about. Okay, then he goes on about his family. The imagery they showed of just like he took his armband off. I was wondering how he got in there. They show his wife just sprawled out on the ground, like wow. Hmm. She slit my throat. he becoming a worse. And at the end of this, he's like, at least I'll get to die at the end of this. But for 13 years, I immersed myself in Titan research, met you, played catch. I looked for my dead son in you. I ran from my sins. This world. So he's kind of like agreeing. I mean, he's over here saying, if I hadn't been born in this world, like, yeah. But to retake the founding titan and save the world. I guess this is one of those typical kind of anime plans where low key it's not a bad idea, and you can kind of make a win-win where nobody really has to suffer here. I'm trying to think of like sometimes when you hear villains' plans, it's like, yeah, the end result of your plan sounds great, Madara, and like other people and things like that, and Light Yagami, but the execution and the steps to go through it and what would have to be lost along the process it's a lot. This here, granted everything Zeke's gone through and how many, countless Eldians he's killed and countries he's taken over along the path, that was just the path he had to take to get to where he is now. But his plan doesn't seem to be fueled by any, we must. I mean, they had to do what they had to do, but you can get to a point where, like, we're not subjugating the Marlians, and the Eldians no longer have to be subjugated, and Eldians can just live out the peaceful lifespan they have left, and then that'll be it. But then the argument can be made, why us? Why does that have to be us that have to, have a deadline on how long our line can go? Why don't I get to have kids that can have kids and can have kids just because the world is afraid of us or what we can become? So I can see the other side, but the plan isn't bad. It's just like, why don't you just put all the Eldians in one place and let us just live and do, let us just go to the island and be what we'll be, but I don't think that can be left out there because the world will always want that power. Even at some point when it gets to the point of, like they've got fighter jets, like they catch up with our technology, hundreds of thousands of years down the line. To just still have somebody that gets, like, that's valuable. So the world is always going to want that. It's like, yeah, you could say we'll just live peaceful, but like you can never say you're going to be safe. Just like with the end of season 3, Eren's like, we killed everybody out here. If we go over to the other side and kill all them, will we be free? Like, what is really being free? And we saw that talked about last episode, last episode. Can we talk about what was steaming there? Yeah, nobody will have to suffer on either side. No more Titan fear. Eldians can just live out their days. What was this steam? There's something I haven't told Marley. A way to break the vow. Okay, which we got, but like, what is this? Are they just standing over, something that's steaming, or did we just have a transformation? No one's got. Zeke can't transform at this moment, and he doesn't have lines on his face, so I'm just gonna take it as they're just standing as something that is steaming. But it's gonna be interesting. And yeah, we know Zeke's not going to be the one to give out the commands, but he is part of the key that he needs. And then Eren agreed. Like, let's skip to that. He cursed our little kids. Like he. I'm trying to go. I want to see this again. So both of them just think Grisha's a piece of shit. And the son that he raised, was wrong too. What was I'm trying to go back and think when Eren's sitting there saying, and I, the son, was wrong too. Wrong in what? What are we talking about? Is that kind of more referring to like, hey, if we go outside the walls and get rid of what's out there on the island, we'll be free. And then he realized it's not free. Like they're never actually ever going to be free. Is that what he thinks he was being wrong about? Like no matter how they slice it or what they do, there's no way we win unless it's like this. And then he goes in to talk about, if the Eldians hadn't been born, what we're about to fucking do to this city, it wouldn't have had to happen either, but I'll put an end to the 2,000 years of Titan. So he agrees with it. Now my question is, did Eren come to this realization himself? He doesn't look pressured here. Zeke was kind of like, dang, you agreed with father, huh? Well, I tried. And Eren's like, no, no, no. I do agree. Like, we're going to end this Titan domination. Did Zeke nudge him in that direction, or had Eren been marinating on this for a while? Hmm. My question is, Zeke, what the hell is your plan with the Thunder Spear shit? Uh like how do you like you took it like he's probably severed. Like I'm sure he survives, but like if Levi's like not completely damaged, he could just walk over there and be like, Zeke, what the hell is that? And like grab him by his trunk and like start walking. I hope somebody heard that explosion. I mean, we don't see the damage if like if Levi's knocked out. There's just a lot. We really, really have one episode left. At least it's not the end. Like there's a lot still to be happened. Like there's just no way they can finish this in a movie unless you give me like a 5 hour long movie. Okay, then I'll ride. But just give me like 10 episodes. I mean, because I feel like win, lose, draw, Zeke and Eren team up. The warrior candidates, not the warrior candidates, the warriors, Peak, Reiner, uh, Porco. Whether they after they go through everything that's going on in Paradis, I still feel like we're gonna see like some semblance of the rumbling happening. They've been talking about it way too much for like the world not to attack and then Paradis having to respond. So, and then like we've got to like recap that up. Are we gonna pass the Titans down? Are we gonna have this euthanization plan, or is it? There's just a lot. So I pray it's not shoved into an hour and a half, 2 hour long film, but we will leave it there. Great, great stuff. We have one episode left for this part of season 4. Just don't Game of Thrones me, please, God, please. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, as you can see. I think Game of Thrones season 1 through 6 is the greatest thing I've ever watched, whether that be like on a movie screen, like Marvel things, whether that be TV shows, whether that be anime. Game of Thrones season 1 through 6 is the greatest thing I've ever watched. Season 7 had its eyebrow head scratching moments, but since the first 6 seasons had been so amazing, season 7 gets a pass for me. But what they did with season 8, I will never forgive them for the rest of my life. And it kind of taints the entire, like the journey, part of the journey is the end. And when you ruin the ending, it makes you can't even enjoy the journey because the ending was so bad. Um, So I'm feeling that with Attack on Titan as well. It is my number one favorite anime all time. But depending how it ends, it can make it really hard to, get on that train of like, yes, it is the greatest if the ending just goes to complete shit. But they haven't shown me anything to doubt them, so until they do, I'm gonna keep writing. And we'll go from there. I appreciate it, everybody. We'll get a doubleheader on Monday. I think tomorrow Patreon members will get One Piece episode like 14. And then YouTube, you guys will get wherever we're at. I don't know if we're at like 6, 7. Wednesday will be Jujutsu for both. and you guys will see it when it gets there. I appreciate it. Like, share, favorite, subscribe as always.